Akwa Ibom, a land destined for greatness, a land designed and fashioned after God, a land enriched with beauty and splendor, a land cloaked in glory and grandeur, a land of promise and fulfillment. Akwa Ibom celebrates 30 years in existence. The history of our agitation, the story of our creation, the beauty of our sojourn, and the elegance of our evolution all captures the uniqueness of our reality in purpose and creation. The land, the people, and the culture all displays the opulence of nature and the wisdom of our Creator. Hear now the words of our leaders, past and present. Akwa Ibom, arise and shine, for thy time has come.
If there is one state in the Federation that I'm so proud of, the first two states that we created, that's Katsina and Akwa Ibom State. The ability of the people to come together at the time of pursuing a common objective is what makes them unique.
It was quite tedious. It required hard work, it required commitment, required dedication. And at that time, we had only 25 million naira as take-up fund from the federal government.
My predecessor, Colonel Beha, had established Akwa Ibom Transport Corporation. When I got there, I boosted it.
We are not too small to sit down and decide our future. We are not too small to sit down and by unity tell where our children would go.
In the sense that every governor has his own priority. Like I came in and said health, and those after me had their own. Some focused on judiciary, some focused on structural development, roads and all over. And the present one is now focusing on reviving and at the same time creating more industries.
Akwa Ibomites are a force to reckon with in this country. In those days, people used to call them house boys and house girls. I think that era, has passed. Today, you can even see that most activities that were done in other places are now being taken to Akwa Ibom State.
Life enhancement agencies. Through them, we established a number of skill centers so that those that were too old to go and start from ABC, you know what I mean, but needed to be trained, we put them in this so that they at least have a skill.
During my tenure for 8 years, you must say, yes, the word uncommon transformation came. Again, credit must be given to those who created Akwa Ibom State. And so I congratulate President Ibrahim Babangida.
And then, of course, the next is to look for people who are capable, people who could run the state.
And that was why we brought Udom Emmanuel, so that we can go higher instead of going downwards.
We're coming with the three major gateways: water, land, air. We are just starting with a pilot scheme of 10 hectares around that area that will grow mainly vegetables. And those vegetables, I tell you as that today we already have off-takers. That's also a different business model that we adopt. We don't just go into an investment. If we don't see our investment in and out, that's the difference. What's our target? Is that minimum of 80% of what we consume should be produced within our locality.
The state I used to call it a rural state, but now it's no longer rural. It is a state. It's 30 years old now. It just looks like yesterday, but I think the achievements by the states have been more than wonderful. What they have achieved so far is an achievement that could be matched by those states or establishments that were much older than 30 years. So congratulations, Akwa Ibom State.
All those who have been at the leadership position of the state, they have done well for the state, and the state is better off for it.
And they continue to support every government that wins the mandate of the people to lead. They give them the kind of support they've always given. The state will continue to ride on.
Well, I congratulate the government and people of Akwa Ibom State, and I thank God that I'm alive today to see that we've gone this far. And my wish is that the state gets even higher and higher.
God has blessed Akwa Ibom. I thank God that in these 30 years, we made good progress.
In the next 10 years, I see Akwa Ibom being one of the dominant states in Nigeria. We have moved from glorified local government headquarters to a point where it's now a destination.
So we should always cooperate with anybody who is in charge of any state government post, so as to keep that state moving. Because if you are going against that man, you are going against God.
I described to you at the time, even when I came as a governor, which is really quite a few years after we were created. So there has been a tremendous jump.
I'd like to see a state that can feed itself. No nation can boast of greatness unless the citizens can have 3 square meals per day. So with the agricultural revolution coming under the administration of Gabriel Emmanuel, I'd like to see a state that fits Nigeria.
It's been good all the while. It's been 30 years of great exploit.
For me, part of my hobby is industrialization and farming. And the reason I like him that he too likes industrialization, he also likes farming. In the next 50 years, I see Akwa Ibom State as an industrial hub in the whole of West Africa.
I believe Governor Udom Emmanuel, who gave me the free hand to run the office as Secretary to the State Government. The short period that I have worked with him, I have seen him to be a man of his word, a man who loves his people, and a man who means well for his people. We thank God for the creation of Akwa Ibom State. The movement from Calabar was like what the children of Israel experienced when they moved out of Egypt. And I want to use this opportunity to wish Akwa Ibom the very best in our 30th anniversary.
My heart goes to them that made sure that 30 years ago, the picture we are enjoying today and seeing today came out because they were committed men and women.
It's exciting to me that it's already 30 years and I'm still around. For the government, how else will you justify why you are representing the people except to let it grow in leaps and bounds? And I think that's what this administration, this is what Udom Emmanuel's administration is determined to do.
You can see what I'm wearing, the Dakada philosophy. I wear it, I sing it, I believe in it, I preach it, I want people to follow it. Akwa Ibom people, wherever you are, shine, for your light is come. Akwa Ibomites, rise to the fact of greatness. Rise to the fact that Akwa Ibom was created by God out of greatness. Rise to the fact of our resources beyond what others see, human and intellectual. Rise to chart a new course for us, our children, and a generation of Akwa Ibomites of God. Rise to the fact that one day we shall be counted as a great people of a great state with great minds. Rise to the fact that all these are possible and many more. Hold fast the confession of our hope that without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. I am an Akwa Ibomite, and I rise to the fact of greatness. Medakanda.
Medakanda.